So in today's video, we're going to be doing the part 2 of the PCB RaceWire. Now, in the previous video, I showed you how to actually design these PCB and order them to have them manufactured for less than 43 cents a pop. Now, some of you were like, why? That's so useless. But it's not useless because you can create your own custom size for your own frames. You can also add your own logo. You can put your phone number. You can do anything you please, even change the color. Do whatever you want, even crazy stuff with this. So you know, it's up to you what you do with it. So I give you the basics in that previous video. However, and I also said that if it gets enough attention and traction and people are really interested in it, I'll also show you how to do the LED version of this. So with the LED version here, when the motor gets powered, they light up. The more power it gets, the brighter it is, and it is just sick to look at. It's so insane, and they're just really nice to have overall on your quadcopter. That is just one thing you can use them for. Now another thing is to protect your motor wires. For example here, I've gotten to a crash where the propeller bent and it actually cut one of these wires, and you could already see the heat shrink there. Now if I had a PCB, if I had a race wire just set up right here, then that wouldn't have happened because that would be cut right here, soldered directly there, and this side would be soldered directly there. Not only that it protects your motor wires, it can also extend your motor wires, because you know how painful it is to extend motor wires. It's an absolute nightmare at times, and it kind of just puts me off from a build if I have to extend motor wires. And this is a very great use case where that happened. I used Racer Star motors for this build. It was a budget build, and they come with really short motor wires, and I was using a 4-in-1 ESC, and as you can tell, it gave me this much extra extension of the wire. So all I had to do was just cut the wire here, and the rest of the wires actually just went straight to the ESC from this side. So overall, they're really great. Now they protect your motor wires, they give you extra space, and they're just really nice to have, especially when you have your own custom, name on there. And you get them for super cheap, which, that's the whole idea here, was to show you how to create as many as possible for as cheap as possible. And this is how we were able to get them for 43 cents a pop. Now, if you are interested in the LED version, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification icon so you don't miss that video, because sometimes the YouTube algorithm is just screwing up with my subscribers. So yeah, go ahead and double check you have that enabled so you don't miss out on the next video. Now, for my Patreons, the file will be ready-made for you. You can just click the link, and I'm going to show you towards the end of the video how to just erase this logo and put whatever logo you want, in case you didn't want to go ahead and follow the previous tutorial and create it from scratch. But it's really recommended to go and try that out, because then you could create your own custom size. And I go into detail how to maximize your money and get the most out of a panel here, just like this. So also, if you do like this content, please consider joining my Patreon. You get open schematic, all of my designs. You get the full schematic for the open hardware flight controller, for my ESCs, for these. So if you were just lazy, you can just click on the link. It'll open the file and you could modify what you want, or you can just get it as is and do anything you want with it. So that's a really nice way. And not only that, I'm also giving away a lot of things. For example, next month's giveaway is going to be the Sky Zone OLEDs. This month I'll be announcing the QX7 giveaway winners, and also the Sky Zone Sky O2X. And what's really nice, if you become a new Patreon, for example, for the month of September, we had 5 new Patreons. Then those 5 have a separate premium giveaway other than the rest of the Patreon. So I try to do anywhere between 2 to 3 giveaways per month. If I'm able to do more, I'll be more than happy to do that. And that's the whole idea here, is to give back, create win-win situations for everyone, allow me to keep doing this stuff, and also give back to you guys, because I don't need to keep everything that I get here. So with that said, consider joining my Patreon, and let me show you how to modify these files. And in the next video, we're going to go ahead and cover how to create the LED here. Now, and again, I found some LEDs which are really great. You get 100 of these for $2. So if these PCB wires cost us 43 cents, the new ones with the LEDs shouldn't even cost us that much, maybe 45 cents or 50 cents maximum, which is pretty insane. Plus you get to practice soldering your SMD components. It's not going to be that difficult, especially with such large LEDs. So overall, it's a really great learning experience for everyone. So with that said, let me hop onto the program and show you how to modify the logo here, in case you decided to join my Patreon and start creating your own custom race wire. So let's get started. Alright, so now if you're my Patreon, you'll have direct access to this file. Once you click it, it'll open right up just like this, called RaceWire template. Now what you want to do first is you want to go to the top layer silk here, make sure you have the pencil icon selected, click on that, and then press the delete button, and that'll take it away. Next, what you want to do is we want to add an image. So we would go to this little icon up here. If it's minimized, look for PCB tools, click that, and then click on the image here. Once this pops up, then you can go ahead and select your image. So once we clicked on select an image file, then browse to the area where you have your image. So for example, I'm going to use a PNG file with a transparent background. So let me show you how that would look like. So if we go here on, for example, Google, what you can do, look for whatever logo or your logo, or have it done PNG where the background is transparent so you can get the best result here. Once we've selected our image, then we get this right here. Now, if we take a look at the image size, this is very important. So it says 133 by 36 millimeters. So we know that the length is 133 because obviously that's the longest here. So we can take that into consideration. And we're going to have to obviously flip it to make it go with the RaceWire itself. So, and we also want it small, so it's really highly recommended to modify the size of it from here. So I know the total length of that PCB wire is 30 millimeters. So I'm gonna drop it down to, we could say maybe 25 or 20. Let's do 20 millimeters here. So we're gonna do 20 millimeters and we're gonna say insert PCB to image, and that's looking great. And now you have this following your mouse everywhere you go, and you can click anywhere and you can just drop it down into place. Now make sure you click away, make it yellow again, then click on it again, and once it's highlighted just like this, you want to press the space bar. So, and just give it some time, and now that looks great. So before moving it, because you could really screw up the image here, click away again, then highlight it, and then you could move it to the area you want it. And now we have that into place. It's on the top silk layer. Now, once that's into place, what you want to do next is we would go to the picture icon up here and go to 3D view. And this way we can just double check if everything looks the way we want it to look. And we could try out different colors and get an idea of how our PCB is going to look like. So I should have done this from the beginning instead of just writing PCB way. But I was in such a hurry to make sure the file is working through the PCB side, the PCB manufacturing side, in order for you to just have a pleasant experience in the tutorial. So here what's really great is we could change the color to whatever you want here. And this is just looks so nice. I'm gonna have some made like this, but I don't know what logo to create here. Maybe I'll just make some run cam ones. It doesn't even matter. And that's it. All you'd have to do after that is just download the Gerber files. And I've explained now those steps inside the previous tutorial, which I'll have linked down below. And that's all you really have to do, which is really nice. So you can create your own design, your own logos, but make sure you create them in PNG format, transparent, so they come out looking really nice, just like this here. And you can do anything else. You can even do both sides if you wanted to. For example, let's say we wanted to add another logo on the back side, just in case for some reason. So we would just highlight it just like this, Control C and then Control V. We'll place it on the side for now. We'd highlight it again, and if we take a closer look on the top right, we'll see top silk layer. We would want to change that to bottom silk layer. And as you can tell, it kind of flipped, is on the other side of the board. It'll be perfect once you flip it over, obviously. So let's just Control save it just in case. So, and take a look at the 3D view in order to make sure we did everything correctly here. And now we can go in and we can flip this guy over, and as you can tell, it's perfect. So it looked kind of like it's all wrong and screwed up, but no, that's what we need for it to come out perfect on the other side as well. And again, you could go ahead and start playing with the colors as you please, and it's just that simple, guys. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please make sure you leave a comment, also subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification icon. If you also wanted pre-made LED race wires, I'll have some link down below for you guys. And well, that's gonna conclude it for this video, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.